Hello there, welcome to my channel. So this is the first video that I've done, and what I thought I would do is take you through the beautiful winter wildlife kit and make a couple of cards from it at the end. So I'll first show you all of the kit. I did make a card already out of it, so I'm afraid I have been robbing it, but not too much, so you will see the kit itself in its entirety. There are 2 sheets of each the top of page, and the same for the backing sheets. Okay, so this one is called Winter Garden, and this one's got the beautiful robin with a hedgehog, the bluebird, a couple of sort of sentiments, and a ribbon strip. And then you've got Festive Forest, which is the owl, the lovely stags, another little owl, a smaller owl in a square, the squirrel, got a couple of sentiments there, and 2 ribbon strips with a sentiment at the top. And then we've got the beautiful donkeys, I love these, the robin, smaller round topper, the tractor with the beautiful border collie, the pheasant, again plenty of little tags and sentiments and ribbon, so there's 2 of every sheet. So this is the one that I did make a card from. I'll show you that card in a second. So we've got the rabbit with a robin, the geese, smaller rabbit, smaller hedgehog, smaller robin, 1, 2, 3, 4 sentiments, and then the beautiful fox with the hedgehog. And then moving on to the foiled matching cardstock. So you've got the little rabbit, I don't know if you can pick up the gold there, and there's gold on the snowflakes as well, you can see that reflecting there. And then we've got the owl with the golden snowflakes, again 2 sheets of that one. We've got the robin, golden snowflakes again, and then you've got the border collie with the snowflake sort of berry border there, gorgeous. And then these are the not foiled, so these are unfoiled, still gorgeous. Got my beautiful donkeys there, lovely stag, the fox with the hedgehog. It's only one of those because that's what I used yesterday, the day before, sorry. And you've got the lovely little blue tip with the berries, love this border. That's a bit left over. And then always with these kits you always get a sheet that's showing you what else matches in with the set, and then some lovely inspiration just in case your mojo runs out. Okay, so I did pick this kit up on Crafter's Companion, and I bought the kit with the little book, the square little book of winter wildlife as well. Just give you a quick flick through. So we've got squirrels, lovely hedgehog, big hedgehog, blue tit, and a rabbit with a robin, the pheasant, the geese, which are really scary in real life. I'm not a fan of geese, just purely because they do peck and you chase you. So my lovely donkeys, another donkey, another geese. I love this fox, he just looks like my little hangman. And then some deer, some blue tits, lovely owl, border collie looking like he's waiting to go out, deer waiting to see what you're going to do next, some tags, sentiments, plenty of those, again the fox, hedgehog, little bunny rabbit, the fox, he's got the collie, sorry, he's got to the tractor now, pheasant, robin, owl, another robin, and majestic snake. Oh, lastly, another one of my favourite, donkey. Okay, so I'll show you the card that I made the other day. So this is the card that I've made the other day. I don't tend to cover up my cover up the backing sheet too much, because I just feel like it's too nice to do that. I did pop a little insert inside. I did also, because I wasn't sure if I was going to use it or not, I just put a little mirror square on that one. Not sure what I'm going to do with him yet, but as you can see, it's just beautiful, it really is. And I've got this circle left over as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the donkeys, because just because they are my favourite. Let me just grab the sheet. I think I'm going to go with the non-fold one to start with. Okay, so I've got a card blank that is, let's have a look, so it is just under 6 inches. Okay, so when it comes to using a Hunkydory kit, because we used to go to a lot of the shows, I tend to make one sort of larger card, and then there's usually enough for me to make either a medium-sized card or a smaller card as well, just purely because, you know, if you're selling your cards, you really want to get the most out of the kit itself. Okay, so this one I'm just going to do a plain sort of side fold card. I'm just going to pop my donkeys out. One of the sort of borders has come out with it, and as you can see, it takes up most of my page, but that is not a problem. What I'm going to do is just bring that in. I'm going to fold that at 2 3/4. And it doesn't really bother me that that's a bit shorter, because by the time it's finished, it's going to be nice just to have a border strip there, or I could put ribbon there. I like that. If you don't like that, obviously, you know, you can just make sure your card is scored exactly in half. Okay, so the way I do my layers is I measure my card, just put a little nail mark here. I tend to have quite narrow borders because it's just the way I like to make cards. Okay, so I'm just going to move that over. There's my marks. I'm just going to go over a little bit. And again, there. Just going to hold that up to my card. And that's perfectly what I want. Those bits there for now. Just put that donkey there because of what I'm doing to reason. Okay, so next I'm going to take my backing sheet, and obviously I'm going to need to cut some off of this. I'm going to lose some of the detail, but that is not a problem for me because obviously I can use that somewhere else. So I'm going to start just by making a little mark there. Pretty much there, and then put a little mark at the top of my nail. Obviously, if you want to measure the exact, that's absolutely fine. You know, we all have our ways of doing our crafting, but for me, I just prefer to sort of mark it as I go, and that's how I started. And you know what it's like, you start and you carry on the same way. So that's just a narrow little border all the way around, so I'm more than happy with that. Okay, now this one is going to fit almost exactly there, or I can have it at the back. So what I am going to do is just put this at the back, and I'm going to map that on a little bit of gold as well. Okay, so let me put these bits to the side. Let's have a little look at that one. Too short. We'll go in with this one. Again, just give it a little mark. Perfect. Another little mark. Would help if I looked at where I made the mark. Should be fine. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at this one. Just take a little bit at the end. More like a narrow border, but even for me that's really narrow. Okay, and then what I'm also going to do is just take a little bit off this end, purely because as it stands at the moment, this is just, I've got this perfect border around the edges, but I've got a wider border here. So I've got choices really. What I can do is either make this a short piece with the border, or what I am going to do is just move those apart like that, and I'll put one of the border strips down there just to hide that. It's just my preference on how I want to deal with that issue. Okay. So then lastly we're going to come to this bit here, again marking the fold mark with my nail down the middle. A little bit more needs to come off there, but that's fine. So just take a little bit off here. Yes, in. Just get a little more to the side. I'd always rather take too little and have to cut again than take too much. Okay, so that's that there. We'll just leave those bits out of the way, and I need another little piece of this one. Okay, so again, I'm just going to turn that round, work with my nail, just maybe slightly before it. There. Again at the top. I'm just going to take so much. I hate wasting this cardstock, but it's better to cut twice. Cut once and then have a piece that's ruined, or it's not how you want it. It's never ruined, it can always be used another way, but let's put that out of the way. Okay, so bringing back topper sheets back in, just leave that there. I am just quickly going to snip this border out. Okay, let's have a look. Here it comes. To this side. Okay, now so that the borders, it's got another, really you could use this other little bit as a border, and I have done in the past, because it's got a nice bit of pattern on there and a nice bit of gold, and sometimes you just need that little thin strip just to hide something, or to decorate something. Okay, so I'm going to come in first of all with my backing, and I've got the Hunkydory construction glue. Now obviously because it's on the back of the mirror it's fine, but it's not the best thing to use on your mirror, because on the actual mirror side, because it can take away the shine itself. So for that I will use Pinfire Glue It bookbinding glue. I'm just gonna put it around the back like so, and then pop this on. So smooth it down. Just make sure that's stuck properly. Then moving on to my back piece. Again, my preferred glue is always this alcohol based one, just generally because I find it less problems with it, in terms of paper rocking and squidging up, but you have to be careful because of that issue with the treated papers, treated card, like your mirror card and that sort of thing, pearlized cards. It can take that beautiful shine off. So it's come off, and just put that down and put that in just there. And what I'll do is just make sure my pips are off. Sometimes you don't get any pips, sometimes you get them quite sticking out a bit. I do sometimes have a nail file here, sometimes that's the best way to go. I'm always worried about cutting into the gold and making a mess of it. So just make a little note there, straight across, saving that for later. Okay, now I've got two choices, so I can either put it on flat, or I can put it on raised. As it's going behind my main topper, I am going to do it flat on this occasion. There we go. Now you get a couple of minutes to get it into place. Oh, that looks pretty straight to me, so I'm happy with that. Okay, and then down to my front panel, my fold back here. So then stick that on there. Right. This one down. It's quite nice because my seam pretty much matches across there, so I'm more than happy with that. So I'm going to bring my donkeys in now. Let me just grab a larger frame. I think this frame is going to be too large for me to use on this smaller size card. So let's just grab it and see. Yeah, so that's going to be way too big, so that's not a problem. We won't use that. Save that for another time. We can use that around one of the images in the little book. If I just bring that in and show you. you know, you can pick your image and just stick it on, cut it round. You know, there's multiple ones that you can use. You don't even have to have it, you know, that you could have it that way. So loads of uses. Don't ever throw any of these away, because I mean, look at the foiling on it, even just on that little border. It's so beautiful. Okay, so I've got this frame here, and I'm just going to quickly just get these pips off. That's fine. And now I'm going to stick that flat, because I think that is a little bit too flimsy for me to do on the pads. I'm just going to put that straight in the middle. There we go. And then this one we're going to raise up. I've got some Hunkydory pads, but they are quite, the ones that I'm using for them are quite narrow. So I'm just going to pull that one, so it's going to be on this side. I need to reduce the pads, so they're quite small, but the backing comes off really easy and they stick really nice, so I can. Okay, let's do the top and the bottom. Yeah, you always just give it a press down just to make sure the foam pads are secure for a start, and I can feel then if there's anywhere that's a little bit less unsupported, you know, a little bit unsupported, and could do with another foam pad, because I'd rather stick your foam pad on than have the card sag at a later date. All of these off. This building. There we go. And I'm going to put some dots on there just so it gives me a little bit of time to get up where I want it to be. Okay. There we go. So it's going to give us just a little bit of a dimension against that other frame. So I'm going to bring this back in. So I've got a space here, I've got a space here. Don't really want to be covering that up, so I'm going to use this smaller sentiment, I think. I'll just pop that one out and just see what it looks like, but I'm pretty sure I'm going with the round one. Yeah, I'm going to be going with that round one. Okay, so again, just trimming those little pips off. More little foam pads. Put this in. I put the top back on the thing, and I knew I'd be using it again. There we go. So let's turn that around the right way. I think that's going to be just fine. So still need to put something here just to draw the eye around, because at the moment you look at it and you draw, your eye is sort of drawn across there, but what I want people to do is just look in and sort of take in the whole card. So you've got this border poking through, and then that should lead you on. If I put some gems here, and then it will lead you around the card. Let's see what gems I've got. So probably looking for something quite red or gold, so we'll go with the gold. And then I've got a choice of shiny gold or pearlized gold, and I think we'll go shiny. Okay, just turning the card around that way. I am just going to put glue just there. I'm going to go with medium size and too small. Now I do like to put a little bit of glue on. I know these are sticky, but I mean, like, the weather here has been crazy hot. I mean, I don't know what it's like where you are, but you know, it can affect the glues, and if I've got something sat in a box for a little while before it goes out, then you know, there's every chance that that may affect my glues a little bit, and you know, that's not good, especially if you're planning on taking something to a show. Okay, so, and then lastly what I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to put one there and one there, so it's led your eye around. Okay, and I'm going to go medium on that one. Sorry, that's the door shutting by itself. And then a small one there. Okay, and then that's that one finished. So it's a nice little fold back card. I have got the inserts, which I didn't show you in that kit, and there's also some sort of concept cards as well, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I don't think I'm going to use them as concept cards. I don't usually. I tend to find at the shows they don't really go so well, but that's the first one for today. Okay, so just going to pop that one out of the way up there, and then now I've got this one. Okay, and normally, you know, you sort of make a lovely card, you've got a bit left over, and then it gets put in a big box, and I hate that. I really do hate that waste. So what I'm going to do is show you what I normally do, and that's to make a DL card out of it. Now, you don't have to put too much on it. I mean, it's a beautiful image for the start, and you don't have to put too much on it to make it look beautiful or more beautiful. So what I'm going to do is grab myself some card, and I'm going to grab myself some gold card, and my trimmer back in. Now I'm going to be sort of limited on the size. You know, it's all going to be based around this topper, and as you can see, that's the exact size of the A4 sheet. So if I'm going to put some layers on, I'm going to have to lose some. So I'm going to take a chunk off the top and a chunk off the bottom. Okay, and then I'll bring this in that way. This is an off-cut of some gold that I've got. Again, just like a little nail mark. Bringing that in. To one side because that's the rubbish. And yes, we're just going to take a little bit off the bottom. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to do on the other card as well, but I'll do them both at the same time, so that's fine. Okay, so now we've got our gold mat. For these, put in my scoreboard, and then we're going to take the gold, because obviously that's our largest layer, and I think we'll go around about there. That's going to leave us a nice patch. Nice brownish down. Pull my gold up to it. Ah, look at that, that's perfect. So let's put that down. Bring the trimmer in. Okay, right to the edge, down, this piece of white card for later, and check that, and then we'll take Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so again, we're just going to bring in a Hunkydory construction glue. And I'm going to put that onto there, straighten up. Okay. And then we've got our mat there. I'm just checking that it's okay, and I'm still happy with that. A bit of glue, make sure I've got the corners. That tends to be my thing. You sort of stick it down and then you find, oh, where's this corner sticking up? Right, a little tiny bit. Down, and then I'm going to bring in my little border that I cut off, and let's see, what should we do? Should we go with somebody very special? I think I'm going to use this one. I think that's what I'm going to go with. So again, just trimming the little pips off. There's a few more in there. Now this is going to be raised because I want it to stand out. I'm going to come down, I think, to about there. Snip it there. Just double check. Snip it for a little bit. Okay. Just try that a little bit more. Or what I could do, rather than doing it, let's take a chunk off there and go from the corner up. Oops, scissors are alive. And then I'm going to go into that, because I want this, like I say, is quite a thin one. So we'll go across there, and again across there. Just cut that extra off, save for another day. Always save for another day. The backs come off these foam pads so great. I do like them. I think what the problem was with them for me is that I ordered only one size, one depth, so I need to get some more that are a little higher. Oh. Give me 1 second. So now I'm just going to thick stone pads for this to go on, and I want it to come up again, I believe. No, I don't think it really needs a thicker one. Maybe if I just went the same height, it would be enough. Okay. So again, just taking that back off. A few dabs of glue on, just because foam pads can shrink in the heat. Like I say, it is super hot here at the moment. Okay, and then I'm going to bring back in these gems. So that's it, that's the card. And normally I would sell that for £1.50. The border's not entirely straight on it, but it's going to look fine once I'm done. So again, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 there, and I'm going to do 2 across there. I do like odd numbers when I put the gems on, just I think helps lead your eye around. Okay, so a small, a large, a medium, and if this one plays ball, a small, and then a medium and a small. Okay. So just the top of my glue. So then just to finish, what I have got is this clear glitter pen from Crafter's Companion, my favourite pen ever. And what it does is it just gives you a hint of glitter, and it's very flat, so it's not, I could go in with some snow in it, make all this snow stand out, but what I want to do is just make a sort of a quick and easy card with this one, that someone will pick it up and just think it's beautiful, which with these donkeys it would be very hard for them not to do. So I'm just going to trace around some of the snowy bits and just load it up a bit more, and again, it doesn't really matter where you put it, it's just that little shine when somebody walks past, it just catches their eye. And I don't think the camera's going to pick this up very well. I'm just going to do a couple of little dots on these berries at the top. There we go. Just needs a little light tap. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that at all. Oh, maybe a little twinkle there. There we go, you can see it. And that will dry, it won't rub off, and it just looks stunning. I'm going to bring this one back in and just do the same and this back in here as well. Thing is, with all these cardstocks, I never look at them as something completed. Sometimes it is just what you want to do, you just want to pick it up, you don't want to mess about with it, and they're perfectly beautiful enough to do that. But you can add all these little bits of glitter, if you've got foils you can add those in, and it just adds to it, really, it just adds to the whole thing. There we go. I'll just do a little bit on this side as well, just to match up. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's my first video done. Hopefully I'm going to do some more, not just Hunkydory. I love Crafter's Companion, I love dotty designs, so hopefully give you a bit of a variety of different projects that I work with, or I play with, really. But if you do like the video, please do like, share and subscribe, and then obviously YouTube will let you know when I've done some more, and hopefully it won't be too long away. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.